Morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
How's it going, guys?
Good morning,
Good
teacher.
morning,
Fine.
Jaime. Good morning, Natalie, Luis, Roxana,
Good
Carla,
morning.
Sael, Jordi.
Hi.
How you doing, guys?
Ready for the exam.
So that's
And why?
right, Luis.
I thought it was the same. I thought that you would be ready, and that's why I said yes. They will be ready at 6 a.m. Good. So we are going to have first the attendance. Then we are going to have a review. That is going to be a quick review, and then we are going to have the test. So I know, for example, if I don't make a mistake, Carlos, Carlos, I guess it was, had a meeting today, so he's going to study before. If someone else has a meeting at 7:30, you can tell me so that you can start the test before. Yes? Okay, so let's get started. No one here has a meeting?
No.
No one.
Okay, so let's get started. Isaac Aguillon is not here. Hazael Alfaro,
Present.
Rodrigo Alfaro, no. Carlos Asensio, no. Osvaldo Cáceres,
Present.
good. Alfredo Calderón, here. Herman is from Insapur. Elizabeth Castro, well, she's not here. Jordi Castro,
Present.
good. Winston Cruz, no. Nathalie Dubon,
Present.
good. Francisco Grimaldi, here. André Gutierrez, he's not here. Luis Liotti,
Present.
good. Roxana Lopez,
Present.
good. Karen Marroquín, Karen Marroquín, well, but he's there, I guess. Karen, Karen, no. Okay. Uh, Morales, oh, she's entering right now, Karen. Oscar Morales, no. Raúl Reynosa, no. Jaime Rivas,
Present.
good. Carla Rodríguez,
Present.
Carla,
Present.
good. Walter Sanchez, it's not here. Michelle Valiente,
Present.
good. Candy is not here. Brian Villalta is not here. And Francisco connected some Francisco Grimaldi. All right. So this is the attendance. Now we are going to start the review for units number 1 and 2. So first of all, you're going to work in pairs. Yes, you're going to work in pairs. What I need you to do is to divide you into teams. Yes, team A and team B. So right now you are 12. So that means that 6 people are going to be in a team and 6 people in another team. So 6 people are going to check, let's say, like in 3 different teams. One of you is going to be in group team A but group 1. Another one is going to be in team A but group 2. And team A but group 3. So in other words, you will be 6 members, but you will be in different groups. Same thing. Team B is going to be composed of 6 people, but with 3 different groups. What are you going to do? I'm going to create the groups right now. So we will have 2 groups, as I told you. 2 groups, 2 teams, but you will be 6 groups. So in team A, we will have Francisco, Hazael, Jordi, Karen, and Carla. Okay, and in the team A, we will have the group 1, Francisco and Jaime. In the group 2, Alfredo and Jordi. In the
Morning.
group 3, Hazael and Karen. Now, in team B, we are going to have Carla, Luis Liotti, Michelle, Natalie, Osvaldo, and Roxana. In team B, group 1, Carla and Luis. Number 2, Michelle and Natalie. Number 3, Osvaldo and Roxana. So, what does it mean? Team A is going to tell us about unit number 1. Yes, unit number 1. So we have 3 teams, three groups, sorry, in team A. We have group 1, group 2, and group 3. So group 1 in team A is going to tell us about the first topic in unit number 1. Group 2 is going to tell us about the second topic in unit number 1. Group 3 is going to tell us about the third topic in unit number 1. And we always have 4 topics. So when people start joining, we will create a new group. So that means that you will have 4 groups for Team A, Unit 1. 4 groups for Team B, Unit 2. So in other words, Francisco and Jaime, you will take the topic number 1 in Unit 1. Alfredo and Jordi, topic 2 in Unit 1. Hazael and Karen, topic 3 in Unit 1. Yes? And the topic 4 will be for the next 2 people that are going to join the class. Now, Team B will be unit number 2. The group 1 for the topic number 1 will be Carla and Luis. Group 2 for the topic number 2 in unit number 2 will be Michelle and Natalie. Group 3 for topic number 3 in unit number 2 will be Osvaldo and Roxana. Is it clear, guys?
I don't understand. Bueno, lo voy a decir en español. Vamos a rotar.
No.
O solo vamos a hablar de eso.
Lo que pasa es que hay 4 temas en cada unidad, ¿sí? Entonces yo los he dividido en teams. Entonces tienen Team A, que va a ser la unidad número 1, y Team B, que va a ser la unidad número 2. Vaya, entonces, ¿qué pasa con el Team A? El Team A va a trabajar la unidad número 1, pero no todos van a estar trabajando los mismos temas. ¿Qué va a pasar? Francis, yo los dividí en 3 grupos. ¿Qué significa que los divida en 3 grupos al Team A y en 3 grupos al Team B? Que los 3 grupos del Team A van a trabajar en un tema diferente. ¿Y qué es lo que van a hacer? Usted con su compañero van a dialogar de ese tema, a recordarse sobre qué trata, cómo se estructura eso, dando ejemplos, ¿sí? Luego, cuando ustedes ya hayan terminado, ustedes van a regresar a la sesión principal y ustedes nos van a
A
decir,
la del grupo B, en mi caso.
Vaya, si usted es del grupo B, usted va a hacer lo mismo que el grupo A. Usted, como grupo B, tiene tres grupos adentro del Team B. Entonces, ¿qué pasa? Dentro del Team B van a haber tres grupos y esos tres grupos van a trabajar temas diferentes. Entonces, por ejemplo, el grupo uno del Team B va a trabajar el primer tema que encuentren en la unidad número 2. El segundo grupo del Team B va a trabajar el segundo tema que encuentre de la unidad número 2. Y el grupo 3 del Team B va a trabajar el tercer tema que encuentren en la unidad número 2. Como les dije anteriormente, van a encontrar cuatro temas. Les voy a poner el ejemplo con el libro. Entonces van a encontrar cuatro temas. De los cuatro temas, usted va a elegir el tema que le corresponde. Porque, por ejemplo, si usted es del Team B, ya sabe que le toca la unidad 2. Pero ahora, ¿qué tema le va a tocar? Dependiendo del grupo. Si es el grupo 1, le va a tocar el tema número 1 que encuentre. Si es el Team 2, le va a tocar el tema número 2. Si es el 3, le va a tocar el tema número 3 del libro. ¿Sí? Entonces, son cuatro temas, me va a decir usted. Sí, pero de los compañeros que se vayan incorporando, ellos van a crear un nuevo grupo para el Team A y un nuevo grupo para el Team B. De hecho, ya tenemos el primer grupo que se va a unir al Team A y ya tenemos el otro grupo que se va a unir al Team B. Entonces ellos van a trabajar juntos y van a trabajar en el tema número 4 del Team A y el tema número 4 del Team B. ¿Sí? Ahora, cuando ustedes ya terminen, porque van a tener tiempo, cuando ustedes ya terminen con su compañero de repasar ese tema, vamos a regresar a la sesión principal y aquí ustedes nos van a explicar en qué consistía el tema 1, el tema 2, el tema 3, el tema 4 de la unidad número 1, el tema 1, 2, 3 y 4 de la unidad número 2. ¿Sí? Ahora se lo voy a poner con el libro para que quede más claro. Vaya, se lo proyecto en este momento. Ahí está. Vaya, ¿qué vamos a hacer entonces? Vaya, este es el libro y esta es la unidad número 1. Veamos cuál tema es este. Arriba no hay nada, entonces significa que
How many, how much?
exacto, entonces significa que este es el tema número 1. Cuando yo les digo tema, por ejemplo, size, weight, price, dimension, battery life, storage, function, eso es vocabulario. ¿Sí? Vocabulario. Este no es tema, este es vocabulario. Ahora, ¿qué parte nos vamos a ir? A la parte gramatical. Donde dice how much y how many. ¿Qué significa? Que esto le va a tocar al Team A, porque esta es la unidad número 1. Le va a tocar al Team A, al grupo número 1, porque este es el tema número 1. ¿Sí? Entonces, al grupo 1, que es, en otras palabras, Francisco y Jaime, le va a tocar how much y how many. Ahora nos vamos al tema número 2, está en las siguientes dos páginas. Entonces, en la parte gramatical tenemos have to. Entonces, al grupo número 2 del Team A le tocó have to. ¿Quién es? Alfredo y Jordi. Ahora nos vamos al tema número 3. Vamos a ver el tema número 3. Can for information and can for possibility. ¿Quién es estas personas del grupo número 3? Hazael y Karen. ¿Sí? Vaya, hasta allí tenemos las primeras personas del Team A que habíamos creado. Los demás no se habían conectado todavía. Pero hay otros que se han conectado hace unos minutos. Entonces ellos van a completar el tema número 4 de la unidad número 1. ¿Y cuál sería ese tema? Sería be going to para el futuro. ¿Sí? Utilizar be going. Entonces ellos, los que se vayan agregando, van a, a practicar esto, van a decir cómo era, oh, yo me acuerdo que era para el futuro, que es cercano, que la estructura es primero el sujeto, luego el verbo to be, luego going to, luego el complemento, que si lo queremos hacer negativo le ponemos not después del verbo to be, si lo queremos hacer pregunta se hace la inversión, primero el verbo to be, luego el sujeto. Ahora veamos unos ejemplos. I am going to read a book. My friend is going to have 10 in the exam. We are not going to have a party today, and like that. Yes? Y otro le dice, yo también me acuerdo que cuando se hacían las contracciones había una que era informal y se podía decir de tal manera. Entonces, ustedes se van a organizar para ir describiendo en qué consistía ese tema. ¿Sí? Entonces ese es el ejemplo para el Team A. Ahora el Team B. Al Team B le va a tocar la unidad número 2. Si se fijan después de este going to, que sería el tema número 4, ya no hay otro tema. ¿Ve? Esto es nada más repaso de la unidad 1 y luego comienza la unidad número 2. Esto es vocabulario, entonces este no es el punto gramatical que van a estudiar. Se van al punto gramatical que siempre está en la página número 2. Entonces aquí está. This and this. Este es el primer tema gramatical para la unidad número 2. ¿A quién le va a tocar? A Carla Rodríguez y a Luis Liotti. Nos vamos para el tema número 2. Entonces, ¿quién es el tema número 2? Sería para Michelle y Natalie. ¿Cuáles van a estudiar ahí? Can y could. Solo refrescar en qué consistía, cómo se usaba, ejemplos. Número 3, tema número 3 en el grupo B, con el team B. May y might. ¿A quién le va a tocar eso? Eso le tocaría a Osvaldo y a Roxana. ¿Sí? Y tenemos otro tema en la unidad número 2. ¿Cuál es el otro tema? Que fue el último que vimos ayer. Would and would like to. ¿A quién le va a tocar eso? A compañeros que se agregaron recientemente a la sesión. ¿Está claro? ¿Dudas que tengan? ¿No? Va, entonces se unen con su compañero, tratan de refrescar en qué consistía eso, la estructura que utilizan, ejemplos, luego vamos a cerrar la sesión y regresan. Y cuando ustedes regresen, ustedes van a elegir a uno de los dos que va a explicar en qué consistía, como supongamos que estoy trabajando con Jordi. Entonces vengo yo voy a explicar en qué consistía y la estructura, ¿sí? Y mi compañero Jordi va a dar ejemplos. Listo, ¿sí? Entonces, si con Jordi vamos a explicar would and would like to, yo comienzo diciéndoles que would es para situaciones hipotéticas que siempre va acompañado del verbo en la base forma a la par de would. Entonces, es solamente para situaciones que no son reales, son hipotéticas. Y would like to es para expresar que yo quiero hacer algo de una manera más formal. Entonces, les digo la estructura, la manera negativa y para hacer pregunta. Y mi compañero Jordi les dará algunos ejemplos. Luego viene Jordi y les dice, ok chicos, para would como situación hipotética, podemos decir, por ejemplo, if I got 10 on the test, I would celebrate it with my classmates. And for would like to, I would like to eat an apple. I would like to eat an apple before my test because I am always hungry. And when I am hungry, I don't think very well. Yes? So you give your examples. That is the idea. Any questions? No? All right. So
No.
you will enter right now. The people that join us later, we are going to create a new group and you will enter to that group. Yes? Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, good. So let's start right now. Enter, guys. You will have 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Okay, for people who are like Carlos, Oscar, Raul, Rene, Rodrigo, and Walter, you will create a new group, but it will be composed of three. Now, first group, Raul, let's see, Raul, Oscar, and Carlos. Raul, Oscar, and Carlos, you will be in team A, and you will create or you will try to review the topic number 4 in unit number 1. Yes, so these people will be Carlos Asensio, I repeat it, Oscar Morales, I repeat it, and Raul Reynosa. The topic number 2 in unit the topic number 4, sorry, in unit number 1. Now, Rene Gutierrez will be in Team B, the topic number 4, with Rene, Rodrigo, Walter. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can go right now. Enter, guys.
The
Another point
topic.
to identify countable nouns
Yeah.
is you can use a or an in front of countable noun.
Yeah. Yeah. Because is well, when I told you that yeah, is another tips for the difference the countable and uncountable now.
Yes. And
Plural,
you
plural, and you use a and an.
yes. And you can make uncountable noun countable to express quantity. Add of,
Yeah.
for example, bar of chocolate.
Okay. Okay. And the first is the topic. The topic is how much and how many.
Right.
In is topic how much and how
Guys,
many.
sorry, guys. I will bring someone to this group to work together. Yes, I will bring a
Okay.
person in this group.
Okay. Three person.
Yes, 3.
One of you are present the topic and the two examples. And another two people.
You will be 3. So
Yeah.
you organize, maybe one person is going to describe the structure and 2 of you are going to give the examples, or 2 are going to express the structure like positive and negative, or I don't know, one countable, the other one uncountable, and the other person will give examples.
Okay.
Yes?
Okay.
So I will bring that person.
Thank you.
Good morning, Elizabeth.
Good morning, teacher.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. And you?
Good, good. Thanks for asking. Elizabeth, right now they are working in groups and
Okay.
they are just reviewing the topics for unit number 1 and unit number 2. Yes?
Okay.
So every group has one topic. They have to remember the structure, the use, and examples. Yes? So when you finish, you have to come back and you have to tell your classmates how to use it, the structure, and examples. Yes?
Okay.
You will work in the topic how much and how many with Francisco and Jaime. Yes? So you will enter to that session right now. Enter.
The negative is I don't have to plus verb-based form must complement. The third person is he has to have. Has to, the verb-based form must complement. And the negative is the doesn't has to at the present and didn't have at the past.
Just one point. Remember that in the book there was a mistake.
Yes.
Because in the book said doesn't has, but it needs to be doesn't have.
Yeah.
Yes, doesn't have to. It's similar
Doesn't
to the past. In
have.
the past, you only write the auxiliary, didn't, that is missing the letter D over there in didn't,
Yeah.
and then you
Didn't
write
have.
the verb in the base form. Exactly like that. Good.
That's the structure.
Exactly.
Yeah, that has the structure.
Remember that you have to say in which situations you use it.
Okay.
Exactly. And examples. Then you give us some examples.
Okay.
In 2 minutes, you finish it. 1 minute the structure, 1 minute in example. Easy.
For the information, I think we can write about where I where I can buy.
Where
Where can I?
where can I?
Where can I? Sorry. Where can I
Where can I?
buy
Teacher,
Yes.
when a question start, can you
Mhm.
is a favor.
Yes,
It,
exactly. It's a favor.
it is the question start I can
No, the question is
and
can can I
yes,
permission.
permission. Mhm.
Eh,
I don't remember examples in the with the favor. Uh-huh.
Favor. Can you open the door?
Sorry?
Can you open the door?
Okay.
Can you can you send me the information?
Okay.
And try to add please at the end so that they will understand that it's a favor.
Okay. Start with similar that you do sentences with permission or questions with permission. Is similar.
Permission is can I? Can I? That is permission.
Okay.
Can I open the door? I'm asking you for permission. Can you open the door? I'm asking you for a favor.
Mm, yes. Hazael, you told me about an example with possibility. You can you repeat that?
Eh,
Oh, that's a favor. Can you repeat?
Yes,
eh,
Good.
can I leave English class? It's a possibility.
it's a possibility.
Maybe it's between a possibility and a
And a
permission.
permission, I think is more like permission.
More permission because you want to do something. So you say, hey, can I leave the class? Possibility is more like
In the future.
uh, kind of, you can say, the president of El Salvador can create, I don't know, a new law. Yes, the president of El Salvador can create a new law, or I don't know if it is the president, but I guess you can say it. The president of El Salvador can create a new law for people who throw garbage on the street. It's possible.
Okay.
Mm.
Maybe my mom, no, sorry. My mom can buy a new car with the, I don't know how do you say, aguinaldo,
Christmas bonus.
Christmas
Christmas
bonus.
bonus.
That is a good example. That is a good example. My mom can buy a car with the Christmas bonus.
Okay.
Really, because she can buy other things.
Okay.
Good example, good example. All right, so in your presentation, one is going to tell us the use and the structure, and another one is going to tell us examples. Yes?
Okay.
Christmas bonus.
Good.
Okay.
Continue.
Okay, Asael, I think,
Different, for example, I say in the example 3 or 2, use doesn't.
What is your topic?
No, I we study all of topic because
Oh, okay.
Teacher,
because
but we studied the topic number two, four, no, two,
have to.
and this, that, those. We studied the topic, and after we studied the rest topic.
Good, 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 good. So for your topic that is this and that is demonstratives, try to divide who is going to tell us the use and the structure, in which situations you use it and the structure, and the other one is going to tell us examples.
Yes,
Yes?
Okay,
You
okay.
ready?
yes.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Continue studying, no problem.
Okay, Luis, you want to?
I can work tonight, right?
Yes. Yes.
And other example with can is, can you call me back?
Yes.
Or a question for in an ability is, can you swim?
Yes.
Or other question, can you have my car ready for tomorrow?
Okay. And then who we can use is the past form of can, and we can use to talk about the possibility actions and suggestions or permission, but it's more polite that can.
Mhm.
And for example, for suggestions, we could go to movies if you like.
Are you done, guys?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, did you divide the information?
Divide, I did.
Yes, because one has to give us the structure and the use, and the other one is going to give us examples.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, teacher.
good. In 30 seconds, we go back to main station.
Okay.
Do you finish, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, did you divide the topic for structure, the use,
Yeah.
and examples? Okay,
Yes, teacher.
so in some seconds, we'll go back to main station. Do you finish, guys?
Not yet.
We are working in
Okay,
our part.
because we only have 20 seconds.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice background, Raul.
Yeah, thank you. It's the International Station Space.
Yeah, good.
Uh, okay, 1 minute.
So one of you is going to tell us the use, the other one the structure, and the other one examples. How to use it, the structure, and example.
The
Teacher, we
going
are
to a teacher.
speaking
Yes.
a positive, negative, and examples because we are the topic for us is how to use be going to.
Yes.
In the guy is the positive form is, for example, for me, Carlos going to speak negative form, and Oscar will say some examples.
Okay. And the use? How to use?
Identify the if a
Okay,
possibility
nice.
or information. Okay.
Let's see. How
Okay.
to do it? You have to explain the use. You have to explain the use. You have to explain the structure and examples. Yes, how to use it, structure, and examples. I will give you my example. Let's imagine that in my case is the present continuous. So we use the present continuous when we want to describe actions at the moment. All those activities that you are doing at the moment that you are speaking, at the moment that you are giving the example, at the moment that you are talking. And you use a structure. The structure is first the subject, then the verb be, then the verb, and you add ing and complement. If it is negative, you only add not after the verb be. Yes? If it is a question, you do the opposite of the sentence. In a sentence, you have first the subject and then the verb be. But in a question, you do the opposite. First, you have the verb be and then the subject. And then the rest of the information. Now, I will give you some examples. In a positive sentence, something that I am doing right now is that I am speaking English. I am speaking English. Negative, I'm not speaking English. In a question, are you speaking English right now? And this is how you use present continuous. So you will spend probably 2 minutes or three. It depends on the examples that you are given. Yes? So let's start with Team A. Team A will tell us about unit number 1. So in Team A, we have 4 groups. So group number 1, tell us about your topic. The rest of you just pay attention because this is the way that we are going to review the topics.
Hey, good morning, teacher and everybody. Today we're going to talk about how many and how much. Now, I'm going to talk about how many. When you can use how many, you can use how many for countable nouns. The point that you can consider is countable nouns have a have a plural form. And the second point is you can use a or an before the nouns. The third point, when you use how many in the question, you should answer with a few. Some example, the countable nouns are money, excuse me, dollars, bottles, pieces, etc.
Okay, I'm talking about how much. We use uncountable nouns in how much sentences. Um, Uncountable nouns are nouns you can count and normally don't have a plural form. And another point is you can make a uncountable noun to a countable noun using the unit and the word of. Some example of uncountable nouns for milk, chocolate, bread, uh, and only that.
Hello. I'm going to give you some examples. For much is how much electricity is spent in your house, and how many bananas do you eat a day, and how many bottles of water do you want? Thank you.
Perfect, perfect.
That's
Perfect.
all.
Yes, Simon?
That's all saying for pay attention.
Good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's give it up for them. Good job. So how many is for the things that you can count, and how much is the things for all those things that you cannot count? For example, water, oil, they were saying bread, lettuce, chocolate, um, sugar. So all those things that you cannot count, that you need to use another word to represent it. Like when you say water, you use a bottle, you use liters. So you're using other words to represent that water. Yes. But at the end, what you're counting is not water. What you're counting is the object or the measure. Now, group number two. Group number two in unit number one.
Sure. Can I share my screen?
Sure.
Well, you can you see my screen?
Yes?
Yes.
Well, good morning, everyone. We want to talk to you about the topic about have to. Have to is a phrase, is about all activities that has in our obligation. The singular and plural, I, you, we, they. We use always have to, don't have to when it's negative form at the present, and didn't have to when it's the simple past, plus the verb in the base form, plus complement. And the third person, he, she, and it, we have to use has to, and the present doesn't have to. The auxiliary does is the third person's auxiliary, and the have to is the base form. Didn't have to is for the simple past. Always plus the verb in the base form and the complement. My partner want to talk to you about the examples.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. I will give you some examples. You can see that we can use an affirmative form and negative forms have to for the obligation. I will give you three examples for affirmative. I have to get up early every day to attend the English class. It's an obligation for me during the week. We have to study for the exam. We have to. It's an obligation for us in this moment. He has to visit his mother every weekend for different reasons, but he has to do that. Okay, in negative forms, we use doesn't when you can talk about third person, like Jordi says before. For example, she doesn't have to cook breakfast. If you see, the always use have to, no change for has to, because we are using doesn't. And for this reason, you can't say she doesn't has to. That is not correct. And another example is we don't have to use our cell phone on class. It's an obligation. And the last one is I don't have to assist a meeting early tomorrow because tomorrow I don't work and I don't have to do that. Okay, that is the topic, and thank you.
Good, good, good. Only in the last example, I don't have to attend a meeting. Attend because assist is like help. Yes, but good. So let's give it up for them. Good job. So as they were clearly saying, have to is for obligation. Yes, have to is for obligation. And you always use have to for I, we, you, they, but when you say she, you say has to. And in negative form, you say don't or doesn't, and then have to. No matter the subject, you always say have to in the negative form. What is different is the auxiliary that you will use. Good. Now, group number 3 in unit number 1.
Okay. Is Asael and me. I talk about can. Can is modal verbs in English, it can be used to express information, possibility, permission, and favor. In information structure, you can use double H question plus can plus subject plus verb plus complement. The second possibility, you have to put first can plus subject plus verb plus complement. And the third, you can put the subject first plus can plus verb plus complement with some like a question. And the favor and the structure, you have to put can plus subject plus verb plus complement, and the end you can put please to this sound like a favor. So in this moment, Hazael shared about sentences, for example.
Good morning. I will give you some example of can. For example, for information, where can I buy flowers blue? For possibility, my mom buy a new car with Christmas bonus. For favor, can you open the door? For ability, I can play football. For permission, can I sing a song? It's all.
Good job. Thank you. So let's give it up for them. Good. So they were explaining can for different reasons. So can for ability, can for permission and favor, possibilities, and asking for information. So just remember that when you say possibilities, those are like options. For example, Hasael gave an example and he said, my mom can buy a car with the Christmas bonus. So that is one possibility. She can buy a car, she can buy something different. But car is like a possibility. Yes? When it is information, you always have WH questions like where can I, how can I, why can I, and like that. So you always have WH at the beginning. And when it is like ability or yes, like abilities that you have, you always say I can, you can, they can, and like that. So the basic structure. And that's for unit number 1, the topic number 3. Good job. Now group number 4 and the last one for unit number 1, team A. Group number 4,
Hi, teacher.
unit.
Raúl.
Excuse me, let me share my screen.
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good morning, everybody. Today I want to talk about the use of the topic be going to. This topic or this is for the future, for things that happen the for example, tomorrow. In the structure is the subject plus the be plus the going plus the to infinitive. Or here are some examples. You can see the subject, the be, going, and the to infinitive. I am going to buy this a complement, a new car. And for a singular, here are some examples. I am going to the to infinitive, for example, go to the beach. For a plural, is the same. We are going to. You can add to infinitive. For example, we are going to dance maybe tomorrow. That's it. It's a very simple. Remember the structure: subject plus be plus going plus to infinitive, and is used to express some things that happen in the future. And that's it. It's only.
In the negative form, you use the same structure, just the not. The structure are subject, auxiliary, not, plus going, plus the infinitive verb, plus the complement. When you do a question, it's WH question, plus auxiliary, plus not, plus subject, plus going, and plus the infinitive verb. This is the structure, the basic structure of the negative form, and going to, you can use for an intention and for prediction. For intention is when you have a plan in the past and you know you can do it in the future. And the prediction is when you are talking with someone and you have like evidence about something, it can be or it can happen in the future. That are the two ways to use going to.
Now, I explain more than my Carlos and Raúl. And how do we use the going to? Carlos say is going for the intention and going for the prediction. Going for the intention is when you use going to when we have the intention to do something before we speak. We have already made a decision before speaking. And some example is Oscar has won the lottery. He say he's going to buy a Porsche. Another example is we are not going to paint our bedroom tomorrow. And when are going to go on holidays. In this example, we have an intention or plan before speaking. The decision was made before speaking. And the other use to going to is for the prediction. We often use going to make a prediction about the future. Our prediction is based on present evidence. We are saying what we think will happen. Some example is the sky is very black. It's going to snow. Another example is it's 8:30. You are going to miss your train. And these examples, the present situation, black sky, the time, give you a good idea of what is going to happen. Examples to the W question is, when is she going to write her second novel? Another example is, where are they going to travel for their honeymoon? And another example is, who I am going to manage this Zoom meeting with of my assistants. The negative examples is that I am not going to buy. I am not going to buy a new car, for example. Only that.
Good job, thank you. So let's give it up for them. Good. Now, as they were saying, be going to is when you want to express an action in the future. So this action in the future is for something that you are sure that can happen. So in other words, you cannot say something about, let's say, the year 2025 using going to. Why not? Because it is far. So you are not sure what can happen. You were saying about predictions. Yeah, it can be, but only when you know that that situation will be like that in the future. When you know that that is going to happen, as you were saying, for the evidence that you have, the possibility to happen is really high. In that case, you can use be going to. Yes, because if you make a prediction for like people who make prediction and they say next year this and this and this and this, in that case you cannot use be going to because you don't have evidence. Yes, in that case you use will. For example, you can say the next president in the US will give I don't know, a free vaccine for the coronavirus. So that is a prediction because you don't know. Yes, but you use will. Why? Because you don't know. You think that it can be like that. But when you see, for example, that the sky is dark and it is cloudy and it is super dark, and you know that it's the season where it rains, you can say, oh, it's going to rain. It's going to rain. Why do you say it's going to? Because the possibility to happen is really high. Yes, because you are sure you are seeing that there are many clouds and they are dark. It's the raining season, so you know that that possibility is super high. Good, thank you. And you only forgot to mention about gonna. Remember that gonna is the contraction of going to, so you always use the verb be. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna study. He's gonna study, and like that. Good. Now, this is unit number 1. Now, team B is going to tell us about unit number 2. So, group 1 in team B, tell us about the first topic. Group 1. Who's group 1?
Carla and Luis. I'm Luis. I'm talking in mute. I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem.
Well, we we will explain the use the this, that, those, and these. Uh, wait a moment. I'm share my screen. Well, the use for this and that, and the those and this is for situation, is for situation, for singular and plural situation or things, and the the thing is near you or the thing is far you. For example, when you have a something in, for example, this is my cup, my cup. This is, but these are my things, because there are plural, two things. This is the first. This is the first example. This for one thing and near you. Two things or more. There are these, and the example is for two things or more and near you. If this couple is for you, for example, in the 3 meters or 5 meters than me, I talk about this cup and say that cup because it's for me. And if I talk about two things, for example, the telephone and the cup, and is far me, it is very far. I talk and say those things because they are far me. That's
And
all.
I want to share the other example, singular and plural.
Okay.
With apple, this is an apple is near. That is an apple is far. And when you use plural, these are apples, and when are far, those are apples. On only that.
Carla is a good bit. Carla is a good teacher.
Okay, good. So good job. Let's give it up for them. Good. Exactly. You will use it like that. You will use this when the object is near, and you will use that when the object in singular is far. You will use these when the objects are plural and they are near, and you will say those when the objects are far and plural. Yes? Good. So you say far from me, far from me. Good. Thank you. So this is the way that you use it. Now let's see team B, group number 2. Team B, group number 2.
Hello, good morning, everybody. Michelle and me, we are going to explain to use for can and could. Now I'm going to talk about can. Can is used to mention possibilities, abilities, or information. So the structure is when I have a question, the structure is can plus subject plus verb plus complement. For example, can I come in? Can you call me back? Or can you have my car ready for tomorrow? When I have the structure for a positive sentence is subject plus can plus verb plus complement. An example is I can swim. And when I have a negative sentence, the structure is subject plus cannot plus verb plus complement. And an example is I cannot working tonight. And now Michelle explained the use for could.
Thank you, Natalie. Okay, could is the past form of can. It is used to talk about suggestion, ability, and possibility in the past. Ask for permission and request something, but is more polite than can. And the structure, for example, in the positive sentence is subject plus auxiliary could plus verb plus complement. And for a suggestion, the example is we could go to the movies if you like. For possibility in the past, you could have broken your leg. In the negative sentence, the structure is subject plus auxiliary could plus not plus verb plus complement. And don't forget that the contraction of could not is couldn't. For example, ability in the past, you couldn't count to 10 when you were 2 years old. And the last one is interrogative sentence. The structure is auxiliary could plus subject plus verb plus complement plus question mark. An example for ask for permissions, could I use your bathroom, please? And for request something, could you pass me the salt, please? And only that.
Good, thank you. So let's give it up for them. Good job. So when you say can and could, well, can is similar, well, exactly the same that we checked with Hazael and Karen. They were saying the use of can. So what Nathalie was explaining is just the same thing that Karen and Hazael said. Nathalie said that it was for possibilities, that it was for abilities, that it was for permission, and that it was for information and favors. Michelle is saying about could. So could is can in the past for abilities. So when I was a kid, I could play the guitar. So that's an ability. And the other one that she was saying is like possibilities. Uh, if you feel stressed, you could go to the beach, you could go to a spa and get a massage, or you could play any sports. Yes. So those are like possibilities or options that you have. So it was super clear. Thank you. Now, next one, group number 3 in team B. Group number 3.
Good morning. Roxana and I are going to talk about made and might. We can use made and might to express suggestions. Also, we can use may and might to make an command or obligation since a suggestion. The structure is for positive sentence, subject plus made might plus verb. For negative sentence, subject plus made might not plus verb. Roxana is going to give you some examples.
Okay. Can I share my screen?
Yes.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, okay. The other difference that in may and might is that may is more informal than might. Might is more formal. The first example is, you may find this in another place. And if you look, and for negative is may, I may not a different store. I love Clinique. And may I go to the, and in the question you can use, may I go to the bathroom? And you respond, no, you may not.
And for formal, if you look, that um, is for more formal situation. You may want to consider my offer. He may not work here again. Oh, may I speak to you for a moment? Yes, yes, you might. That's it.
Good, thank you. So let's give it up for them. Good job. So you were saying may and might. Remember that may and might are used to express how sure you are about something. If you remember, we were saying that we have must on the top when you are sure, then you have could when you are 50% sure, and then you have may and might. So may is like 10% of possibility or 15% of possibility, and might is 5% of possibility. Yes, so that is how you use may and might to talk about how possible is for something to happen. Like, let's say, let's say that Oscar didn't study. So you say, hey, Oscar, if you didn't study, you might get probably six on the test. So you're not sure. You're saying you might get. It's like you maybe will get, and like that. So my mate are used to express possibilities or how sure you are about something. Yes.
Mhm.
Now the last one, group number 4 in team B.
Hi. Hello, everybody. My team is Rodrigo and Rene. Okay, we talking about how to use could and would like to. For the structure for could is subject plus would plus verb in base form plus complement. And the structure for would like to is subject plus would like plus to infinity plus complement. And the structure for question uh, on Google is uh, Google plus subject plus verb in base form plus complement. And for good like to is good plus subject plus to infinity plus complement.
Yeah, and the difference is we use would mainly to talk about the past and to talk about the future in the past. And would like is followed by infinitive verb or a noun, and it's also more like what's this word? More polite. And also to talk about things that are not happening but we would like to happen. Something like that.
Or examples and would and would like. In this case, in would. First example is I would run the marathon. And the second example, we use would, is she said she wouldn't come to my house. And for our examples, we would like, and the first is I would like to go on vacation, and the second example and for would like is she wouldn't like to eat a slice of cake. And that's it. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. All right. So what you were saying is true. You have would that is for a hypothetical situation. It's not real. And you have would like to that is to express the same thing like want, but more formal or more polite. Yes. So that's a difference. Now, just summarizing, we checked that you can use can for different situations like possibilities, abilities. We were saying to ask for information, to ask for permission, and to ask for a favor. You also have could, that could is like the verb can in the past when you talk about abilities, or when you talk about options or possibilities, like something that a person could do to improve something. Then we were saying be going to. Be going to is for the future. Remember that you always use the verb be, not only going to. And this is very common that people write I going to, and it is not I going to. You need to use the verb be. So you say I am going to, or the contraction I'm. Yes. Number two, remember that when you say have to is for obligation. So you say have to for all the subjects, but for he, for she, and for it, you say has to. But in negative, you say don't have to and doesn't have to. Yes? Then the other thing is about the use of how many and how much. How many is for the things that you can count, and how much is for the things that you cannot count. Yes? Then we were checking how to use may and might for possibilities or to try to guess what can happen. So just remember that may and might have basically the same meaning. There is a little difference. That is how sure you are, like 15, 10% may and 5% might. This is just to give you an example. It's not like, oh, I'm going to think that I am 10% sure. No, right? You only say the word. And sometimes you can use may or might, and the meaning is exactly the same. And then you have would and would like to, you know the differences. And there is one topic, this, these, that, and those. So remember that this is when the object is singular and you can touch it. That is when the object is far from you. This is when the object is plural and it is near you. And those is when the objects are plural and they are far from you. Yes. So this is just to summarize what we checked. So good job, guys. So I guess now you are ready for the test. So I'm going to show you what you have to do. You have to go to Schoology. You enter to Schoology. For those that are new, I'm going to tell you step by step so that you can do it. You will go to Schoology, and in Schoology you will find something like this. It says Semana 1 and Semana 2. So what are you going to do? You will enter to Semana 2. You click on it, and you will see all the information. You will see Foro evaluado, that is the activity that you have for this weekend. You will see entrega de ejercicios, that is also for this weekend. And you have examen semanal. So you click on examen semanal, and here you will find a test that is like this. Yes. So, oops. You will find a test, and in this test, you will see this. If you remember, I asked you yesterday to practice the past, the verbs in the past. So in the first part, you will write the simple past of the verbs. Drive, and you write the past. Begin, and you write the past. And I will tell you this in Spanish so that it is clear. Tienen que escribir el verbo en el pasado, pero no lo pueden escribir aquí. Si ustedes tratan de editar aquí, no les da el permiso. Se escribe abajo, donde dice espacio en blanco 1, significa que es para el número 1. Espacio en blanco 2 es para el verbo número 2 y así sucesivamente. Entonces ustedes van a escribir aquí en este espacio, aquí lo editan. ¿Sí? Solo el verbo en el pasado. En la siguiente parte, ustedes tienen verbos en paréntesis. Entonces, ¿qué van a hacer? Ustedes necesitan completar la oración ocupando esta información que tienen en paréntesis. ¿Y cuáles opciones tienen? Pueden ocupar have to, pueden ocupar has to, pueden ocupar don't have to si es negativo. Por ejemplo, el número 3 dice not sign, not sign the letter. Entonces significa que lo tiene que hacer negativo. Entonces va a ocupar don't or doesn't dependiendo del sujeto, ¿verdad? Entonces tiene que escribir una de estas 4 opciones. ¿Dónde la va a escribir? La número 1 en el espacio número 1 y lo digita utilizando la información que tiene aquí. Entonces, ¿qué va a poner? The company, de allí ocupa have to, has to, don't have to, o doesn't have to, luego el verbo y luego el complemento en este espacio.
Escribimos toda la oración, no solo el pedazo.
Si ponen solo have to, don't have to o has to, no hay problema porque yo siempre lo reviso, ¿verdad? Pero para que el sistema se lo tire correcto, si usted quiere saber si estaba bueno, usted tiene que ponerla completa. Pero si solo
Ok.
have to, don't have to, le va a tirar el error, pero yo siempre lo reviso uno por uno, entonces no habría problema. En la parte 4, usted tiene que completarlo usando how many, how much. Entonces, para la pregunta 1, aquí está el espacio, digita how many, how much. Luego tienen la parte de listening. En este listening ustedes van a escuchar una conversación, pero yo la voy a reproducir porque a algunos les da problema y no logran escuchar la conversación. Entonces yo la voy a reproducir ahorita para que ustedes puedan completarlo. ¿Y de qué es la conversación? Es un adulto y un niño, entonces tienen que poner atención sobre todo al niño, porque como saben los niños a veces es un poco difícil comprenderles. Y tienen que contestar estas preguntas. How does Joshua go to school in Japan? ¿Cómo se va él a la escuela? Takes a school bus, rides the subway, or walks with a group of students. Number 2, which item did Joshua not take to school? ¿Cuál objeto no lleva a la escuela? Ahí tienen las 3 opciones. Número 3, ¿qué es la primera cosa que hace él cuando él llega a la clase, a la escuela? Y aquí tienen una de las opciones. Solamente le van a dar clic en la respuesta correcta. Lo mismo para el número 4. Where does Joshua eat lunch at school? ¿Dónde come el almuerzo? Y ahí le dan las opciones. El número 5. Joshua probably gets home from school between. ¿A qué hora llega Joshua? Y aquí le dan las opciones. Da clic en una de las respuestas. Y para terminar, usted tiene que hacer estas oraciones que tiene aquí o estas preguntas, las va a escribir en el espacio que le corresponde a cada uno de ellos utilizando be going to for the future. Obviamente se tiene que fijar que si el verbo está en presente, en positivo, significa que la oración va a ser positiva siempre con be going to, utilizando el verbo que está en paréntesis. Si en paréntesis tiene not, significa que es negativo. Y si tiene un sujeto y tiene el verbo, significa que lo va a hacer pregunta, como la número 5, que es una pregunta. La número 6 es afirmativa, la número 5 negativa, la número 4 negativa, la número 3 positiva, la número 2 positiva, perdón, y la número 1 positiva. Entonces solamente la número 3 y 4 son negativas. La número 5 es pregunta, utilizando be going to. Now, questions? No?
No, no question.
Okay. So now let's listen to the conversation. I will play it for you so that you can listen to it. Ready? Justin?
No, teacher. Open the test or no?
Yes, you have to go to week 2, semana 2. Le da clic a semana 2 y ahí le va a salir abajo donde dice examen semanal. Dentro de
Okay, teacher.
dentro de la carpeta semana 2. Ahí dice examen semanal. ¿Ya?
Yes.
Okay. Is everyone there? Yes, yes. Ok. Lo que les recomiendo es que se vayan ahorita a la sección donde está el listening, porque a ustedes les salen las opciones. Ahorita que yo voy a reproducir, a mí no me salen las opciones aquí en la pantalla. Entonces, vean su pantalla del examen, no la pantalla de aquí de Zoom. ¿Sí? ¿Por qué? Porque a mí no me da las opciones aquí, entonces van a perder el tiempo tratando de encontrar las opciones aquí porque no las tengo. Ustedes sí la tienen en su examen. Entonces, váyanse a la parte de listening de su examen para que allí tengan las opciones. Ustedes solamente escuchen mi audio y lo vayan completando en su examen. So now, listen to it.
Hello, today Hello, today I'm interviewing Joshua on his experiences going to a Japanese school. Now, Joshua, what time do you go to school?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. And do you go by yourself or on a school bus?
No, I have a group that goes with me.
So you go with a group. Now, what kinds of things do you take to school?
I take my Taisofuku that is gym clothes, and I take my backpack and my books.
Oh, okay.
And stuff like that.
Okay, and what is the first thing you do when you get to school?
We do kirits. There.
Kirits and de. Now, what are those?
It means stand up,
Okay.
bow.
Stand up and bow.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and what do you study at school?
We study kokugo, that is writing and reading and stuff like that.
Okay.
And Sanskrit, that's math.
Okay.
And let's see, we do gym too.
Okay, and where do you eat lunch? Do you have a lunchroom or cafeteria?
No, we eat in our classroom.
You eat in your classroom?
Yes.
Oh, wow, that is very interesting. Now, what time do you come home from school?
We come home sometimes at 3 and sometimes at 2.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Joshua.
You're welcome.
Okay, second time. Pay attention to the kid because it is kind of complicated. He's not speaking well. Well, I'm not saying that he's not speaking well. He's not the same ability to produce the sounds exactly like an adult, like clear. Yes, because like every kid. So now let's listen to it again.
Hello, today I'm interviewing Joshua on his experiences going to a Japanese school. Now, Joshua, what time do you go to school?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. And do you go by yourself or on a school bus?
No, I have a group that goes with me.
So you go with a group.
Uh-huh.
Now, what kinds of things do you take to school?
I take my Taisofuku that is gym clothes, and I take my backpack and my books.
Oh, okay.
And stuff like that.
Okay, and what is the first thing you do when you get to school?
We do kirits. There.
Kirits and de. Now, what are those?
It means stand up,
Okay.
bow.
Stand up and bow.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and what do you study at school?
We study kokugo, that is writing and reading and stuff like that.
Okay.
And Sanskrit, that's math.
Okay.
And let's see, we do gym too.
Okay, and where do you eat lunch? Do you have a lunchroom or cafeteria?
No, we eat in our classroom.
You eat in your classroom?
Yes.
Oh, wow, that is very interesting. Now, what time do you come home from school?
We come home sometimes at 3 and sometimes at 2.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Joshua.
You're welcome.
All right, so now you can continue with the rest of the test. When you finish, you will find at the end of the test that it says submit. Por aquí al lado izquierdo les va a aparecer submit o enviar. Entonces, una vez ustedes ya hayan completado todo el examen y verificaron que está correcto como lo hicieron, le dan donde dice submit o enviar. Y ahí ya recibo yo la evaluación. So, continue. Good luck.
Thank you.
Cuando lo terminen, no se retiren porque acuérdense que paso asistencia al final. Solamente Francisco que tiene reunión. 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yes.
I finished the exam, but I think that in the part 3, la computadora me lo puso malo por la coma.
No problem. I will check one by one.
Okay.
Let me finish. You could make the validation, teacher. If I finish.
Yes, you did. You did.
I finished too.
Yes, I will mention people who finished.
Okay. In this moment, I
Isaac.
could show the results.
Okay. Isaac, Rodrigo, Carlos Asensio, Osvaldo, Alfredo, Jordi, Natalie, Francisco, Luis, Roxana, Karen, Raúl, Carla, Walter, Michelle, and Brian. Okay, guys. So I'm going to show you the attendance so that you can read. Let's see. Remember to say present when you hear your name. For the test, I'm going to check one by one. So I will tell you this in Spanish so that it is clear. Les voy a revisar una por una. Yo siempre reviso pregunta por pregunta. Porque a veces el sistema le va a tirar error. Por ejemplo, si la apóstrofe, en vez de apóstrofe, puso un acento, no se lo va a reconocer como buena. O a veces, por ejemplo, creo que en el listening hay una que es que, no le voy a dar la respuesta, pero en el listening hay una que le va a salir como mala, aunque esté buena, ¿verdad? O, por ejemplo, los que no pusieron la respuesta correcta, la respuesta completa, perdón, solo pusieron have to o has to, a ellos también les va a tirar error porque no la pusieron la oración completa. Pero yo reviso uno por uno y si usted solamente puso has to y está correcto con el sujeto, no hay ningún problema, ¿verdad? Siempre lo
La
reviso.
oración completa tiró el error. Yo
Teacher,
lo puse
ajá,
completo y me lo arrojó con error.
Ajá, pero es para el apóstrofe, creo.
no,
En mi caso por el apóstrofe.
la oración completa la pone mala, teacher. Es
Solo
al
tenía que
revés.
ser has to or...
No,
No, porque has to también.
no tiene que ser la corta, tiene que ser la larga. A alguien le agarró la respuesta larga.
No, Michelle, no, perdón, Elizabeth tiene razón.
Le sale.
Sí,
Vaya,
sí, las completas las pone malas, pero ya vi que
Siempre me
la
da
auxiliar
una.
está bien.
Yo saqué 3 de 10.
No, pero igual se lo voy revisando uno por uno, así que no se preocupe. Si lo puso de acuerdo cómo va con el sujeto, no hay ningún problema, ¿sí?
Sí.
Ok, son los attendance. Isaac Aguillón. Isaac.
Present. Present.
Hazel Alfaro.
Present.
Rodrigo.
Present.
Carlos.
Present.
Osvaldo.
Present.
Alfredo was here.
Present.
Herman is from Insafort. Elizabeth.
Present.
Jordi.
Present.
Winston is not here. Natalie.
Present.
Francisco. Francisco is in a meeting. Rene.
Present.
Luis.
Present.
Luciana. Where is she? Karen.
Present.
Oscar.
Present.
Raúl.
Present.
Jaime.
Present.
Marla.
Present.
Walter.
Present.
Ben.
Present.
Candy.
Present.
Brian.
Present.
Okay, guys. So just complete the exercises in week number 2 and photo evaluado in week number 2. Yes, this is this weekend. So thank you for being there. I see you all tomorrow and have a good one. Bye.
No, tomorrow, no.
No, teacher, tomorrow is...
A
See you
good
Monday.
weekend. A good weekend, teacher.
That was a short.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, teacher.
Thank
Take
you.
Bye.
care.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Welcome.